My name is Emily Hill, and this is my informative speech. I chose someone that is not commonly referred to in history, but did make an impact on society. My goal is to educate you about Temple Grandin and how she proves autism doesn't have to slow you down or prevent you from being successful. Autism is a general term used to describe a group of complex developmental brain disorders known as pervasive developmental disorder, or PDD, also Asperger's syndrome, Rett syndrome, and childhood disintegrative disorder. Today, it is estimated that 1 in every 110 children are diagnosed with autism, making it more common than childhood cancer, juvenile diabetes, and pediatric AIDS combined. Studies show that boys are more likely to be diagnosed than girls. I spent time researching Temple Grandin to be able to provide you with a deeper look into her life. I have also had first-hand experience in dealing with autistic children. Now we can take a deeper look into Temple Grandin's childhood, life, and accomplishments with autism. Temple Grandin was born on August 29, 1947 in Boston, Massachusetts. Her mother knew she was different from the time that she started walking. Although her mother thought it was a phase, Temple's social skills just were not developing. She still was not talking by the age of 4 when her mother first started having concerns that something much worse was wrong with her. When Temple was first diagnosed with autism, her mother asked the doctor what caused it. In 1943, Dr. Leo Kanner first described autism as a unique condition caused by cold, unloving mothers. Later on, Dr. Bernard Remlin said that it is not caused by unloving mothers, but by a biological disorder. Temple's doctor suggested a mental institution and stated that there is nothing more that her mother could do for her. Although Temple's father agreed that the mental institution was the only course of action that needed to be taken, her mother strongly disagreed. Temple's mother worked with her every day, and eventually she hired a nanny in order for the mother and the nanny to take turns to make sure that Temple was taken care of all times of the day. Eventually, Temple started progressing in her speech and social abilities. She went on to attend a series of private high schools that encouraged her delicate mind and wanted her to succeed in the little things that made how she thought special. One of her science teachers in particular took extra care of her because he saw that how she thinks might be a different and better way to look at certain things. When Temple graduated high school, she was very afraid to go on to college because of how much people made fun of her in high school. But despite that, she went on to college to become a 1970 graduate of Franklin Pierce College in New Hampshire, where she majored in experimental psychology. She then went on to earn a master's degree at Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona, and a doctorate at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, both of them in animal science. After college, Temple had huge success for herself. When Temple was in college, she often dealt with her anxiety attacks by getting into her hug machine. While she was at her aunt's house the summer before she went off to college, she was watching the cows go into this contraption to be branded. The machine, it closed on her neck and squeezed in the midsection in order to hold the cow still. While having an anxiety attack, she ran to this machine and squeezed herself in it, and immediately she felt relieved. Some schools around the United States use these hug machines for their autistic kids in their school. Well, Temple initially started working at a slaughterhouse for her love of the cows. When she started getting into the details of how to care for the cows, she started seeing how inhumane the cows were treated. So with her mind working in pictures, she took it upon herself to act like a cow and walk through the gates to see it from the cow's point of view. With being able to see these pictures in her mind, she created a new and more humane way to keep and herd the cows without startling or hurting them. Among all these tremendous things that Temple Grandin did, she also wrote a biography that was later turned into a movie. It was a great movie, and I viewed that as well. It helped me in this speech, and I recommend it to you. Hopefully that through this speech you were able to learn about Temple's Grandin's childhood, life, and accomplishments with autism. People with autism are commonly referred to as people with problems and special needs. Yes, they may need special attention and have special needs, but they are people just like you and me. I am thankful for the different types of people in this world because it creates the imperfections that bring us all together.